Welcome to Jana's Kitchen. It is Maid-Rites today for football fall. I'm always looking for recipes, and I'm sure you are, for having company over, something fast, something you can have made ahead of time in your freezer, do it in a crock pot, all kinds of things. We're going to do it on the stove today, but this is perfect for taking in a crock pot to a ball game or to soccer matches or whatever you've got for tailgating or having company. And so I've got 1 can of Coca Cola already in my pan, and I'm going to add a second can of Coca Cola. Please do not use diet soda. Do not use full sugar, regular Coke, Pepsi, whatever. Okay? Very important. You're not supposed to heat diet sodas. That's not healthy. All right. So we're going to be bringing this to a simmer, and I have 3 pounds of 80/20 ground beef. That's all thawed here, and we're going to put the ground beef directly into the Coca Cola. We don't brown it first. It sounds weird, I know. These are not to be confused with sloppy joes. They're not sloppy joes. They're Maid-Rites. Maid-Rites don't have any tomato product in them. I'm throwing away this meat paper here so I don't start a bonfire. And I want to wash my hands well with soap here. But up north, there's a restaurant chain called Maid-Rite, Maid-Rite, Maid-Rites. And it's I think it's from the 1950s, if I'm not mistaken. And it's right along Interstate 80 up in Iowa, I know, and I think maybe even northern Missouri is where these start from. And it's a real fun restaurant to go to. It's just kind of old-fashioned, kind of like a soda fountain type of a thing. But anyway, I am going to make these, and listen, there is controversy over Maid-Rites, what people think goes in them. There is no ketchup in a Maid-Rite. I promise you there's no ketchup. And there are people who all think they have the secret recipe, but all I know is that only a very few people have the real recipe. But I'm going to do the version I have done for many, many years, and we're going to start that just like this. So I have put that hamburger into the Coca Cola, and you see I've got a nice hamburger breaker up, or you can use a potato masher or just your regular spoon. And you're going to break your hamburger up till it is all liquidy with the Coke. It's kind of disgusting, sounds, I know, don't quit on me here. And then this is going to cook down. I'm going to add a few other ingredients here. All right, so now we've got that in, and I have got 1/4 cup of minced dried onion. It's the crispy dried onion. I'm going to put that in. I have a 1/2 cup of fresh, finely minced onion. Or you can use more of the dried onions. I have some Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. There's all kinds of funny people saying it. Okay? And so we are going to put that in here. That's 1 tablespoon. And then I have some low sodium soy sauce, and that is 1 tablespoon. That's 3 pounds of meat, so we're doing good here. And then I have 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Because remember that Coca Cola has sugar in it, so we don't want to make this too saucy, okay? Or too sweet, I should say, not saucy. Then, bouillon cubes. This is a beef bouillon cube. I'm going to open that up. I should have already had it open. Because there's the Magi kind. That one's too hard to open. And then I have the Knorr kind. So I'm going to go ahead and use this Knorr one because I was having a hard time opening up the Magi. Just like that. That's a beef bouillon cube. And these are real soft. I like this brand. And then I have a chicken bouillon cube. I'm going to do one of those, one of each of those. It's already starting to simmer away here. And it is going to simmer uncovered, or you can put it in your crock pot for a lot. It'll take longer. But I would do, even if you're going to go to tailgate, I would do these the day ahead of time or a week ahead of time or whatever, and just put them in your freezer for pulling out the frozen containers and dropping those in your crock pot, and then just having them on low, you know, and watching them real close because you don't want to overcook them. And so we are going to leave it just like this, and we're going to let it simmer. All of that liquid is going to evaporate, okay? That's how you're going to know that it's done. And it's going to take, and I stir it every once in a while, it's going to take approximately 40-45 minutes. I'll time it well here. It is, all right, 1/2 the hour, so I'm going to let it, I've got it up kind of high right now just to heat it, but I'm going to turn it down just so that it's a slow simmer until all of that evaporates. We'll check back on it in a little while. Thank you. All right, I just wanted to stop in and check on our Maid-Rites, and you can see that a lot of the liquid is starting to absorb. The meat's starting to change color. It looks like hamburger meat. It's going to look just like you browned it when I'm done, I promise you. And so you can see the onions, the dried onions are starting to work. And if you did this in a crock pot, of course, it would, you know, be a lot slower than this is. And it's been about 22 minutes, and this is where we're at on it. You can see some of the fat to the surface. I'm not going to stir it right now because I want this fat to come to the surface. And if you don't want any, you know, extra fat in them, then you can take some paper towels and just dab that off. But this is a really high quality ground beef from our local butcher here. And so I'm just going to watch, because I don't mind a little bit of fat in it, because fat is flavor. And so if it was swimming in fat, I would definitely absorb it off or use a turkey baster to suck some of it off. But we're looking really good here so far. I was just going to kind of leave it where it is. Keep it simmering away. You can even simmer it slower if you want to. But I'm just trying to get this show on the road. As it gets more dry, then I'm going to turn the temperature down because I don't want to scorch it, because it does have that Coke in it. And we will be back. Okay, welcome back. Look at our Maid-Rites. All of the liquid is just about absorbed. You can see there's still a little bit of steam coming up, but we're going to take advantage of that screen. This is my splatter screen for grease, but I'm going to put that right over my pan. And I've got some French buns. You can use regular hamburger buns if you want to, but these are a little more sturdy and hearty and a little fancier. And what I normally do is I just steam the buns, because at the real Maid-Rite, they serve Maid-Rites. Steamed buns. I think there's other chain restaurants that do too. I just thought of something there, and I'm going to grab turn up the heat a little bit, get that. I'm going to use my pan. And now, of course, if you're tailgating, it might be harder to do, but you might have another crock pot with just some hot water in it, and use your strainer. You can get these at the dollar store too, the splatter screens, and just have some hot water in there, because once you do the steam bun thing, you really will like it a lot. And I'm going to check on them here. It doesn't take very long. I'm going to I can hear the steam coming up on them. I can see the steam. Doesn't take very long. We don't want to get the bun mushy, but we want to get it warm. Just takes about maybe 30 seconds to a minute. I'm going to test them. There we go. Now we have a nice warm bun. Okay, I'm going to turn my heat down. And then I'm going to grab a spoon. Sorry about that, bumped the camera. And see how these turned into, I know some people say, well, they're loose meat sandwiches. Well, yes, they're loose meat sandwiches, but remember, there's no ketchup products in here at all, no green peppers, nothing. It's a very, sorry about that, it's a very simple seasoned meat. And this is for my northern friends. You'll appreciate. These are my football plates. Doesn't look like a football field. I might even grab a different spatula here. That's better. Use a scooper. Put that on there just like that. And then you serve them open-faced as the guests are coming through the line. And I'm going to move this here. And what's traditional with Maid-Rites, open up I have a new mustard here. I'm going to shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. I'm sure that would be a great song if someone would think about it one day. And we are going to put mustard just like that. This is how traditionally they are served without any ketchup. That's what they're served with, is a little bit of onion and a little bit of hamburger dill pickle. Just like that. That is a Maid-Rite. And all my northern friends know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to close these up. You can serve this with all of your favorite tailgate snacks from my potato skins. Check out my potato skin video, and you can serve them with potato chips and dips and all kinds of things, or oven fries, French fries, whatever you like. And that is a delicious meal. If you went to the restaurant, that sandwich would cost you $6, and it only cost me probably way less than $1 for that sandwich. I hope you come back to Jana's Kitchen. We've got more tailgate snacks, so make sure you look on my page, hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell.